Hello? Hello? IRS? Hey, how are you? You good? Listen, I'm receiving a letter from you. You said to call you. What's problem? Oh, my tax return suspicious? No, my tax not suspicious. Listen, I am Jesus person, so I fill my tax and I put all the information good in the tax. What's the problem? You say I got too many people on the tax? What do you mean too many people? I fill the tax with all the people that depend on me. Yes, I put all the people on the tax. Yeah, I fill the income tax with 23 people. Yes, 6 live here in the US, 17 live in Haiti. Yes, 23 people.
Y'all, she has an undergraduate from Augusta State University and her master's from Bernal University. We have Miss Tabitha Hollimon on the Dirty Couch today. How are you today, Miss Tabitha?
I'm great. How are you doing today?
I'm well. Thank you for asking. Miss Tabitha is an accountant, y'all. Y'all know tax season is coming up. When is the official day?
The official e-filing day is January 23rd, 2017.
And we try to get some information on taxes and things like that and filing taxes. So we have Miss Tabitha on the Dirty Couch, and she's going to give us a little bit more information on what's going on with that or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and start off. What kind of clients do you normally get, Miss Tabitha?
So the clients that are within my target market are the client who can, their income range is more of a $60K a year plus, whether it's a family or individual that's filing single. My target base is of the higher income bracket, but I also bring in the lower income bracket for the families who need to be educated on how they can get to that other level of getting, outside the low income bracket to get to the higher bracket so that they can strategically plan for the future of their family, whether it's just a husband and wife or just, a single person or for their kids. And so that's my ultimate goal in my business is to educate the underprivileged, should we say, because unfortunately most times we start off in a impoverished environment, and if we don't know how to get to the next level, then we stay in that kind of that impoverishment level of the economy. That's the ultimate goal of my business, is to not only make the profit for my business, but to also bring up another behind me. So that's what Available Bookkeeping Accounting Services is about.
What's some of the common mistakes that you see that we make a lot?
So a lot of common mistakes that I see in our community, as far as when getting our taxes done, is who we choose to go to get our taxes prepared, not strategically planning throughout the year. I always get calls in January saying, hey, what can I do to lower my tax liability? And it's like you cannot wait till January of the following year to plan for a year that has already gone by. So that's number one mistake that I see. Also keeping proper records, whether that's medical bills, college education, so you can get those credits and deductions. Keeping up with your retirement. You want to know where you stand in your retirement. If you have capital gains or capital losses, you want to make sure you keep up with that with your brokers and your financial advisors. So those are some of the mistakes that people do not keep up with their information.
How do you know that you're not dealing with like a janky accountant or somebody that's backdoor? Like, how do you choose your tax professional?
So advice from me as an accountant on how you should choose your tax professional or accountant is ask them what their credentials are. Are they continuing their education every year? Because the tax law change year to year. It's never static. It's always forever changing. Even throughout the year, quarterly, they're changing their laws. So definitely ask for credentials. Are they open year round? I mean, if you're comfortable and you don't really need a tax professional all year, yes, you have some offices that are dedicated to those people who don't need. But if you're strategically trying to plan on how to lower your tax liability for the next year, you need to be in your tax professional office at least 4 times a year. I would say at least 2. But if you are that business owner, because you have a business and you need to be preparing or paying estimated taxes through individual payments or through payroll payments, you need to be in contact with your professional all year long. So that's one way. Another question would be, personality-wise. everybody's not good for everybody. And so you have to have that connection with that person so that I would feel comfortable calling you saying, hey, there's a new law out, this may apply to you. Let's try and get that worked out. Another question is, look at your tax return to make sure that the professional is actually signing your return. Make sure before they sign it, before you sign the return, that it's accurate and complete. You want to check each line to make sure that no one has made up some numbers just to get you a higher refund. Getting your taxes filed should be about getting it done right the first time and not having to get audited and have to pay more money to have someone fix the mistake that you paid someone to do in the first place.
Now, Donald Trump is our new president, and we've all heard about Donald Trump, about the tax break that he had. Like, he didn't have to pay taxes for a certain amount of time. Like, is that true, or how was he able to do that?
So that is true. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, he had millions and billions of dollars. He made that money, but he also had millions of dollars in debt that was unfortunately canceled because he couldn't afford to pay them. And through his partnerships and corporations, his attorneys and accountants were able to strategically look at the tax code and figure out how to get around him having to pay taxes on the debt that would have been taxable income. So it's all about knowing who you hire that's in your corner, because ultimately your attorney and your accountant work for you, not the IRS. So it's to help you get around or use the loopholes in order to lower your tax liability. And that's what he used.
Now, that happens for the rich people. What about poor people? Do we have any type of tax breaks or anything that can help us out?
Of course. It's all about planning. So if you have kids, right? For Georgia, they have the 529 plan. Get with the financial advisor. That'll lower your taxable income for the state. But as far as federal, you have tuition and fees deduction. You have, if you're self-employed, you have your health insurance. If you're paying it through your business, you can take 100% deduction of that on the top front end of your 1040. That's to lower your adjusted gross income, because your most credits are based on your adjusted gross income. And so if your adjusted gross income is higher than the phase out point, then you don't even qualify for that credit. And so we have to strategically figure out ways to lower your adjusted gross income so you can apply for those credits. Now, on the other end, having a retirement in place, whether you want to go ahead and pay your taxes on that retirement now or later, you have to strategically plan for that. And so being in our community, a lot of people don't want to go and ask questions. They just want to be comfortable. And when you're comfortable, unfortunately, you pay more taxes because you're not keeping up with updates every year. Whether it was President Obama, whether it's the new president-elect, there is changes every year. Like when Obama first came in, he came in and made new tax breaks for small business owners. Whether that was hiring, your VA people, it was called hiring your heroes. Whether it was through education, having a flexible spending plan at work. If you have kids, you can use those dollars to lower your taxable wages. That's what we ultimately want, right? If it don't even show up on your W-2, like the IRS doesn't even know about it. Only the Social Security office knows about it because it's going to get taxed on the full amount. But if your taxable income can get lowered, that's the ultimate place to lower your AGI, to get those credits like earned income credit, like child tax credit. For the personal exemptions, there's a phase out point, and so the ultimate goal is to get that AGI to a certain point so you can take advantage of all those credits. So you have your dependent care deductions, whether that's through your job or through outside your job. You have your flexible spending for your medical bills. You can take that off the top of your wages. If you're self-employed, you have the Archer's medical savings plan. Take those dollars off the top of your self-employed income. The ultimate goal is when you're self-employed, you have to pay self-employment taxes. And so if you're not focusing on your net profit each quarter, unfortunately, if you're not paying estimated taxes, you can get penalized at the end of the year. So that's most important for small business owners who are not in a partnership or a corporation, is to track your income expenses. That's the ultimate thing that people don't do. They don't track all year, and they get to January the following year like, I don't know where I stand.
Yeah.
So those are some tips that I could give individuals and small business owners.
Now, you're from Augusta, Georgia, right?
Right.
You graduated from Richmond
In
Academy.
2000.
Now, you seem like you got everything together now. Was it always like that? Have you always had everything together?
Unfortunately, no. I've come up, unfortunately, my mom passed when I was 17 while I was in 11th grade, and so I had to gather, get around women who was going to help me get to that next level, because by myself, I would just, been depressed or just like, I'm going to drop out of school, there's nothing left to do. But I had women in my life at that point who were not only aggressive in me continuing my education, but also, checking up on me, just being surrounded by positive women. And that's ultimately what got me here today. Going through school, getting pregnant at 20, but still having a mind frame of that I'm still going to finish my college degree. I'm still going to get that master's. Have always been an accountant since middle school, so nothing in that arena changed. Whether, I have 4 kids today, and I'm still going at it. I still push. My motto is be aggressive. I tell them every day, if you're not being aggressive, then stand up on the sideline and somebody else is going to take your place. And so no one can be Tabitha. And no one is me in my business, whether I hire employees or not. I'm still Tabitha, and I'm genuine to my passion and my business. So my business is to help the next person figure out how to get to that next level of their income for the family.
Now like what us black folks, what we do is we get our taxes and we spend all our money on furniture and TVs and new bedroom sets and all that type of stuff. Like, would you encourage us to do that, or what would you tell us to do?
So being a person that I have, back in the day when I was younger, I felt like, it's Christmas time. I want to buy my kids all the new stuff so they can be happy. But then you came January and February and couldn't afford to pay your bills. So then all the refund that you're getting go back to paying whether it's credit card bills, rent, whatever. And so you're still stuck in a rut by the time March gets here. Now you think about, well, how am I going to get out of this? And so then we get into more debt. We take out more loans, whether it's payday loans. Not even going to speak on that point. But just realizing that if you can set yourself, so say if this year, Christmas just passed and, you spent all your money and now you got to pay bills that you didn't pay for the last 2 months. Okay, take the moment to reflect on that you're going to have to use your refund and get caught up. But throughout the year, from April to December, cut back on some of those luxury things that you're used to doing throughout the year so that you can better plan for the next year. So when the next year do come and you still get that same big refund, you can either, invest in getting yourself a home. If you're in debt, go ahead and pay down some of that debt first. And that way, you're not setting yourself up to when you want to go get that car, you at your lowest interest rate. You can afford to buy that house. You want to get to the next level in your career. Some jobs do look at your credit report. So that's a very important point, to get to your credit report and contact someone. If you don't have time to look at it, contact one of these credit specialist people around here in Augusta, because there's a lot of them. If you need a contact me. I'll give you, I know of 2. Whether you need a financial advisor, seek out the help. Not saying that you might be able to afford the service, but at least you have the knowledge, because it starts with knowledge. If we don't have the knowledge, then we're going to always do the same thing over and over again. The train just get passed down to the next generation, and we hear back at it again. Someone else going to be back on the dirty couch, giving the same advice. And it's when and wherever you want to take it up, whether it's this year, next year, it's still, the information is out there. So it depends on when you want to pick yourself up.
Would you give them like a 5-year plan, or you were telling me about a 3-year plan that you had set in place? What was the 3-year plan?
So in each area of life, we should have goals. I mean, it should be written down. I know people say, well, I got it up here. Well, if it's up there, who knows if it came to fruition? You don't even know if you met the goal or not if it's not written down on paper. So I would definitely say, when I was in debt, I had a 5-year plan. Whether I was going to become self-employed or put my kids in private school, because I want to be able to say where my kids go. If I don't like the zone that I'm in, I want to be able to pay for it if I don't like the situation. I don't want the government to have to tell me nothing, say, well, you're receiving this system, we're giving that school subsidy, so you got to go. No, I want to make my own decision. And so if you're that family who are struggling and see that the system is not helping you, then you need that plan to get out of the system. When you're on the system, it limits you to your potential. How, especially if we're going to promote, Black Power, pull up our community, how are we going to pull you up when you're comfortable with what situation you're in, and then you get mad when you got to go sit down in somebody's office for 2 hours and still don't get nowhere. So the ultimate goal is to get yourself and your family off the system. Not saying that everybody don't need the system. Yes, there are areas in our lives, whether we lose our jobs, whether someone passes away. Yes, get the help. But the point is not to stay on the system because the system is limiting you to what you can do. And that goes back to filing taxes. Don't seek a professional or a tax preparer and say, what's the limit that I can make to get this credit? Because where you're limiting yourself to get that credit, you're also limiting yourself to get the next credit that could have got you to a higher tax bracket, to a higher income level, to strategically get it down to the level to get the EIC. Or, like for the dependent care credit, the limit is like $75,000. So if you could have made $120,000, but strategically got that taxable income down to $75,000, so you could apply for that credit. Now, wouldn't you want to make $120,000 versus $40,000, and you only get a measly, $3,000 to $6,000 depending on how many kids you got? I mean, it's all about planning. If you could make an additional $60,000 in a year, and not be concerned with that additional $3,000 in a year, doesn't that make more sense?
Absolutely.
So that point of getting those written out is whether you're going to go back to school, apply for a better job, help your kids get the best education that they can, because unfortunately, a lot of the schools in our system are not working. And so if you don't have a choice, it's one thing to have a choice. If you ain't got no choice, yes, we can raise our voices all we want to, but how long have our system been the way they are?
Been like that for a while.
Right. So it's up to us to figure out the best for our kids, not the system. The system can work with the parents. Yes, that's the ultimate goal, but we shouldn't let the system control how our kids are being taught and what they're being taught, and depending on how they act or who they are, there should be knowledge about where they're going. Whether it's a troubled child or not, there should be help for that child and not just get kicked out of school or whatever. So just being in myself situation, I had a situation where one of my family members, the typical school system wasn't right for him. And so he went somewhere else, got his GED, graduated, got his diploma, and ultimately he's now able to go to college. But if he wouldn't have had the opportunity, he's just like, all the others that drop out, where he gonna go? Either in jail anyway. So ultimately it's to get us out of the mind frame of being comfortable. Stretch our limits to get to that next goal.
And Martin Luther King, he talked about that a lot. Y'all know Martin Luther King Day is coming up. They're celebrating it on Monday. His birthday is on January 15th, so big shout out. And y'all make sure y'all remember Martin Luther King Jr. The last question we have for you, Ms. Tabitha, what's the most important thing about taxes?
The most important thing about taxes is keeping proper records. Like I said, whether that's medical records, whether that's education, whether you go to college, whether it's your kids, anything that you're paying for your kids, well, even if you're paying for your car and you pay your taxes on your car, you need to keep those records. Whether you're paying mortgage on your house and business, you definitely need to keep records, because if you get audited and you don't have receipts, guess what? Those deductions go away. The auditor is going to say you don't have receipts, then that does not apply to you. Those are personal. And so if you can get your gross profit down, for your net profit, because remember, we have to pay self-employment taxes on our net profit, you have to have receipts. Not just a bank statement, not just a credit card statement, you have to have receipts. So that's the ultimate, advice I can give a small business owner. Keep receipts, families, keep receipts. When you take them to your tax professional, go ahead and have a spreadsheet laid out. Don't be lazy and make them calculate everything for you. Get on your job, teach your kids how to budget, and do the thing and take your records properly. And that's me, Tabitha, with Avail Bookkeeping and Tax Services.
Man, that's very, very, very important information, y'all. I want y'all to take that in. This was definitely a big episode. We needed this information because a lot of us don't have this information. So, Ms. Tabitha, what I want you to do is look into the camera and give them all of your social media and every way that they can get in contact with you.
All right, so my business is Avail Bookkeeping and Tax Services. You can catch me on my handle for Facebook is Avail Your Business. Mostly everything is Avail Your Business because we all have business, whether we're a family or business owner, we all have business. So Avail Your Business to Avail Bookkeeping and Tax Services. And I am Tabitha with credentials of master's degree in accounting. Also just earned my enrolled agent. So if you are in need of a representation from tax court, I am now your person to go to contact. I am enrolled, and what is an enrolled agent? People don't know is it's a person who is highly recognized by the IRS that if you're in trouble or you're in an audit and you don't understand what you can do as a taxpayer, you contact an enrolled agent. If they're not a CPA, tax attorney, or an enrolled agent, don't contact them. Okay, if you're in an audit and you're in trouble, contact an enrolled agent because they specialize in taxes.
This is another Black Brothers production. We on the Dirty Couch with Miss Tabitha Hollimon, and we out.
You're here with Tabitha Hollimon with Available PPN Tax Services. My contact information is 706-751-9603. You can contact me by email, Tabitha@availyourbusiness. I'm on Facebook with my handle is Avail Your Business, Instagram, and LinkedIn. I'm here with Neil and Fahim on the Dirty Couch. Make sure you stay tuned.
Yeah, I put them on the tax. It's not problem. Oh, no. Listen. Nobody tell me that. They said dependent. If the person is depend on me, that's the... Yes, is the person depend on me? So put on the tax. Oh, no. I put... Ooh, this country got a lot of discovery. Nobody tell me that I have to return $5,000. Oh, where I find $5,000 to return to you? Money already finished. Money goes. No. I don't have no money to return to you. I don't have no money. They asked me for dependent in my job and I put the name of the dependent. So if I don't return money, I go to jail? Oh, no. Don't do that. Don't send me to jail. No. Jail? No. Okay, give me the address. I can send the money to you, please. Oh, no jail for me. Over my dead body. Please, give me the address. I send the money to you, okay? Yes, I take a loan. Jesus love you. Bye. Oh, Jesus? These people are crazy. The people are my dependents, so I put them on the tax. Now they're telling me to return money. Ooh, what a country. Jesus.